Hello guys, welcome to the second week of piano sight reading. As you recall, last week in your harmonization, you guys learned the chords 1 to 5. So this week in sight reading, I wanted to keep things fairly simple in the 5-finger position, and we will also be sight reading just the tonic chord. It is fairly easy, and we'll go ahead and cover that right now. Okay, so I hope you all guys got my handout that I passed out. I modified this just a little bit in order to stick with what you guys are learning in week 2. We did learn the bridging technique, remember, in piano technique week 2. So I did put that in, and if you guys remember in week 1, you guys learned the chord progression 1-5-1. In this little excerpt, we only have 1 throughout the whole thing. So let's go ahead and jump into things so I can show you guys what I mean. On the left hand, like I said, that's literally the whole piece on the left hand. It's an F major chord in the 3rd octave 5-finger position, remember what we learned in the first week? So go ahead and play that for me. Great, play one more time, guys. So it is safe to say that the left hand will stick to this 5-finger position most of the time. Now look at the right hand. What's the lowest note that you see in the melody? It's an F, right? And what's the highest note? It's a C. We have it in measure 3. So it is safe to say that the right hand will also stick to the 5-finger position. So play an F major chord in the 4th octave and the 3rd octave. Go ahead and play for me one more time. Great. So one thing that I do want you guys to play this with me. So one thing that I did change was in the last 2 measures. We have an F4, play that with the thumb. We have a C4 in the bass, play that with the thumb on the left. Now, when you hit that F again, change it to fingering 3, and you're gonna strike it again, 3, and then with your thumb, the bridging technique that we learned, you put the 1 on the A. That way the hand will be propelled to play the pinky on F5. So let me play that for you guys, and feel free to play with me. One more time. 3, 1, 5. Great, let's go ahead and play them. That way we could cover the other one. The key is to not stop. It will sound fine if you do not stop. Just pick it up. Pick it up where you guys, the next note, it doesn't matter if you hit a wrong note, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and count us off. Get in position. Get in your 5-finger positions. 2, 3. Okay, guys, do not stop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. Okay, guys, do not stop. We're gonna go descending. 5, 4, 3, 1. 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay, guys, get ready. 1. Now change it to 3. 3, 1. 1. That was the bridging technique right there. So go ahead and play that as many times as you want before we go ahead and jump into the other excerpt. Okay, guys, so here's a happy song. I modified it to the key of D major, just to keep things more interesting. So go ahead and find. This will again be only 5 finger position. I can assure you will not use bridging technique of any kind. Now go ahead. I'm gonna ask you guys to play your 5 finger positions on D this time. So think of D major, F sharp, right? So go ahead and play it on D third octave, D major fourth octave. All right. So the only difference that this piece has is that the right hand will be playing chords while the left hand has the melody. So that's literally it. This piece is fairly easy, just be wary. The tonic chord does not happen all the way until the last measure in the left hand. So be aware of that, okay? This one is a little tricky, not because of the rhythms or anything like that, but because it's very deceiving. So we'll go ahead and start. I'll go ahead and cut you guys off. Remember, do not stop. If you mess up, just keep going, pick it up. Alright guys, get into position. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. Get ready for the D major chord. 4, D major chord. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Finally, the tonic D major chord. Great, that was easy, right? So go ahead and practice that as much as you need to, and we'll go ahead and move on to your next section. Thank you.